How's everybody? It's good to see everybody this morning. Most of you, anyway. I am sorry that I can't get around and always talk to everybody and spend time and just chat it up with everybody. I'd like to. I very much would like to. Like I said, and like I always say, it's the best part of my job, but got a lot of stuff going and just got to do a few things to keep this place running. So, my apologies for not being able to stop and talk as much as I'd like to. I'll do my best to keep trying to be available and get back and see you guys. So, this morning, I was in the dining room and I randomly asked, hey, what should today's topic of the video be? And we settled on something that was going to be my message anyway. It was awesome because it's a really cool message. It's a challenge to you guys that I struggle with personally, and I bet you after I tell you what I'm about to say, I would imagine that it's a very significant challenge for you too. So when I asked this morning what the topic should be, I got a response, and the blanket term or the blanket response was abuse. Okay, so what kind of abuse? And what I was going to talk about this morning is the abuse that we put onto ourselves, which is that inner voice, that negative, that constant theme that keeps telling you you're this, you're that, you're not going to be this, you're not going to be that, you can't do, you can't achieve, you can't win, you can't overcome, you can't do all those things. Or that voice that I always tell you guys about that I struggle with is you're going to be just part of the cycle, right? You're going to be just like your dad. You're going to do exactly what he did to you and what his dad did to him, and it's just going to keep going because that's who you are. That's a tough battle to fight, right? And that's essentially what that's doing is that's us putting ourselves through abuse. And we don't need to do that. And here I stand a grown man. Well, actually, I'm sitting. I'm not standing. Here I sit, a grown man, telling you that we don't need to do that. I struggle with that. Every day I struggle with that because, when we experience trauma and we go through things in our lives and we have difficulties with parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, foster parents, teachers, we start to form a theme about ourselves and we start to have beliefs about who we are. And so we buy into that, right? And we start drilling ourselves with that, and we don't have to do that, but it's hard not to because that's what you've been trained to do over time. So it's not an easy battle to reverse that and to fight against that. But I'm going to tell you guys something. This topic was the topic of I've started to do morning mindfulness, morning meditations, and that actually was the topic today. It's called self-compassion. And I've not been able to do that. I am my worst critic. I'm harder on me than any of y'all. I promise, no matter how mean you can get to me, my inner voice is way, way meaner. And that's not okay. Why? Right? I'm out here trying to do my best. I'm out here trying to, improve the lives of others and hopefully support people in their own journeys and support people in their own battles that they have against themselves. But I don't give myself credit for that, and I really beat myself up when I fall short. So I'm not going to pick on anybody in particular, but some of y'all will let me know, hey, you were supposed to talk to me today. And man, you're right, I was. And I told you I'd be back, but I had to walk up front. And then when I walked up front, 15 people and emails and phone calls and all this stuff's going on. And I just got too busy. And then before I know it, I got to go. Last night I had a chiropractor's appointment I had to run to, or my kids got practice or something. And so I feel bad about that. I really, really do. And I don't just go home and be like, no, man, I stress about that stuff because it's my job not to let you guys down. It's my job not to let staff down. And when I feel like I've let them down, man, do I beat myself up bad. I got to get over it. I got to learn how to get over that, as do you guys. It's very important that you don't buy into that negative talk that goes on inside your head and that you beat that now at this point in your life before it becomes something that you grow up with and you mature into an adult with. And now you're battling those things as you're trying to form a life of your own, right? It's going to limit you from different opportunities and things that you might normally have sought for yourself, because you're telling yourself you can't. You're not this. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You're not capable. You were in detention. All those things. None of it's true. None of it's true. You are you, and you guys are wonderful, and you brighten my day so much. You brighten all of our days. You have so much potential and so much capability in you. You just haven't had an opportunity to realize it because, many of us, if you're like me, the president of the self-hate club, you struggle with that. And it is what it is. It's a reaction to the things that we've been through, that we've been told in our whole life. Yesterday I sat in a little bit of group with North Unit, and I told people, we talked about, do we battle insecurities and things like that. Man, I still battle some stuff that just happened to me when I was a kid, when I was young. I think I was telling Casey, I was a really heavy-set kid, and people used to make fun of me because of my weight and my that I was big, and that formed like body image issues for me for a long time, and still does to a degree. That's the type of stuff, like, man, when that stuff hits you, we really got to be confident in who we are, and it's a tough thing to do because we get validation and we get like these glimpses of who we are from the people around us. And if all those people are saying negative things, what's our view of ourselves going to be, right? This morning, my meditation challenged me to really take a step outside of my view of myself and see myself from other people's eyes. And I want you guys to try to do that today too. If you get a moment, if you get a few minutes of quiet time, room break, whatever, try to really take a second and see yourself through my eyes. You guys see the reactions that you give me. You guys bring a smile to my face. See yourself through somebody that you love. See yourself through their eyes, and really try to understand. Marley's taking a drink. Really try to understand who you are, as opposed to who you've been told you are and who you're telling yourself you are. It's a tough thing. It was a challenge for me this morning to try to figure that out, who I am to other people, because I've formed this opinion and kind of listened to different things along the way. It's funny how I only keep the negative things. People say good things about me and, oh, hey, cool, that's great, but I keep trucking on, and then somebody says something negative, and man, I just, boom, hits me right there. I hold on to it forever. It's a challenge, and it shouldn't have to be that way, but it is a battle. I'm not going to say that it's not. So my hope for y'all is that you hear what I'm saying and really try to challenge yourself and see yourself outside of what you have in mind for you. See yourself through our eyes, through staff's eyes, and really try to get a sense for who you are in that regard. It helps. It helped me this morning a lot, and hopefully I can keep that ball rolling and try to see myself as a decent dude. It's work, guys, and that's okay. We like work. We like working on ourselves. Man, we got time right now. Work on yourself. Challenge yourself. You're going to come out better, I promise. And you're already ahead of the game as far as where I was at your age. And so I'm really excited for you guys. Keep pushing. We're all in it together, you guys. Have a good day.